everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Mean Girls book tag. For each question or prompt in this book tag, there is a Mean Girls quote, and then there's the question. This is based off of the Mean Girls movie, and not the Mean Girls musical, although I'm really obsessed with the musical right now. So let's go through this tag. All the tag questions will be linked down in the description below in case you want to do this tag, and if I can find the tag creator will be linked down in the description below. Number one is, it's pronounced like Cady. Which fictional character's name did you get completely wrong? I still can't say his name right. Minho from The Maze Runner. So here's the thing, like, I was originally saying Minho, and then sometimes I was saying Minho, and sometimes I was even saying Minho, and people would be like, you're saying his name wrong, and I'm like, then how do I say his name? How do I say it? Why isn't there like an easy way to say his name? I cannot say his name for the life of me. He's a great character, just really tough to say name. Number two is, she doesn't even go here. Which character would you like to place in a fictional world from another book or series? Okay, so I'm gonna take Teresa from the Maze Runner series and I'm gonna dump her in the Darker Shade of Magic series because I don't like her. I don't like that series, and if I just dump her in that series, like, she wouldn't be in the Maze Runner, she'd be in a series that I hate, so I wouldn't have to read about her. And then I take Jacob Black from Twilight and I would dump him in this selection because he deserves to have someone to love him and he deserves to be happy and in a relationship, but he should not be in a relationship with a child. You know what I mean. The selection, if he were the prince, then he'd like have all these girls who would be interested in him, and then hopefully he'd be able to find his true love. Number three is, on Wednesdays we wear pink. Repetition, repetition. Which book gave you deja vu of another while reading it? Matched by Ali Condi. So Matched is essentially the world of The Giver with the love triangle of the Hunger Games. And now I'm not the hugest fan of comparing dystopian books to the Hunger Games because Hunger Games isn't like the standard, like not every dystopian book has to be compared to it, but the issue with Match is that the whole time I was reading it I was like, nothing about it felt like super like fantastic and original. Like, it was a fairly decent story and I enjoyed it, but it just felt like I was reading a rehash of the Hunger Games mixed with The Giver, and I was like not here for it. Number four is, you all have to stop calling each other sluts and whores. It just makes it okay for guys to call you sluts and whores. Which book gave you the complete opposite of girl power feels? For this, I'm surprisingly going with a book that was written by a female, and that is A Wizard of Earthsea, and I think the author was Ursula K. Le Guin, I want to say. There is no strong female characters in that book. There's only really one female character that's in the book for even a decent portion of time, but she was not the most likable character at all. I find it weird that some like classic fantasy books, Harry Potter included, like sometimes I feel like the men overpower the women a lot, even if it's a female author that's writing the series. And Wizard of Earthsea in particular, I was like, where's the girl power? It's by a girl author. Where's the girl power? Like, why didn't the author give us that? Number five is, you go Glen Coco. Name a character you felt like you wanted to cheer on while reading. I wanted to cheer on Ember from Article 5. She is such a strong character and I was rooting for her the whole time. I was rooting for her to end up with Chase, and I was rooting for her to get everything worked out and have a happy ending. I really love Ember and I love Article 5. I've talked about Article 5 a lot. It is a great dystopian series by Kristen Simmons that I highly recommend that all of you go check out. Number six is, get in loser, we're going shopping. How long do you typically spend in a bookshop? So I have a chronic illness called POTS. I'm not careful. If I stand up too quickly or stand up too long, I'll pass out. So I would say that I typically spend less than 30 minutes in a bookstore because of POTS, because I'm not a huge fan of being out of the house for super long periods of time because I don't want to like pass out. And then when you're at a bookstore, there's like a book on the bottom shelf and you get up quickly to look at one on the top shelf or to go to the next aisle. Like, just be very careful because that makes me lightheaded and then I could pass out. I hope you just see that I don't want to pass out, so I spend less time in a bookstore than I would if I were healthy or not chronically ill, whatever you want to call it. I feel like not chronically ill will actually be a better word because I'm doing everything in my ability to be healthy, but I'm not because of my chronic illness. Number seven is, it's not my fault, you're like in love with me or something. Which character would have to get a restraining order on you if they were real? I just had a good idea. Let's check something. Let's go to Google Photos and see which fictional character I have the most photos of, because you can click on people and pets and then it sorts them. Looks like Harry Potter is the fictional character that I have the most pictures of on my phone. So maybe he'd need a restraining order against me if he were real. I have 612 photos of him on my phone. Next up is number eight. I can't help it that unpopular. Which overhyped book were you cautious about reading? So this overhyped book I actually really enjoyed, but I was really cautious about reading it because I was worried that it would be a disappointment, and that for me was 5 Feet Apart. It was written by Rachel Lippincott, Miki Daughtry, and Tobias Ikonis. I'm surprised that I remember all the authors' names, but this one was so hyped and it seemed so similar to The Fault in Our Stars that I was really worried about reading it, but I actually really enjoyed it, and it is one of my favorite books of all time. Number 9, she's a life ruiner. She ruins people's lives. We all love Regina George. Name a villain you just love to hate. I love to hate President Snow. I haven't read the new Hunger Games book. That could change my opinion on President Snow, but I love to hate him because there's just nothing like appealing to him, and anyone that would like willingly support tossing kids into an arena to kill each other, like, I have to hate them, you know, because that's messed up. Number 10 is I'm not like a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Name your favorite fictional parents. For this, I'm going with Molly and Arthur Weasley from the Harry Potter series. I think this is probably everyone's answer for this question. Molly and Arthur are just such great characters, and they're such great parents, especially Molly. I love Arthur, but I would say that Molly is like more of a good parental figure because Arthur is a little bit like inventive, and I feel like he does a little more like risky things like the flying car that Molly wouldn't necessarily like do, you know? But they're great parents, and they're probably the best fictional parents. I think we can all agree on that. That is so fetch. Which book / series would you love to catch on? I would love if The Deceivers would catch on. Can all of you please read The Deceivers by Kristen Simmons? The series is called the Vale Hall series. All 3 books of the series are out. You can easily just binge read them. Can that series please catch on so that we can get a TV series adaptation of it? Because it would be epic. It would be like Pretty Little Liars, but better, because it would be much more like twisty and turny and less murdery. So please go read The Deceivers. Let this series catch on. Number 12 is how do I even begin to explain Regina George? Describe your ideal character to read about. I love reading innocent yet smart and lovable characters with blonde hair. I just do. Like, I don't know why I like them so much. Like Henry from The Deceivers, Finnick Odair, Newt from The Maze Runner. I love them, I just do. And we need more characters like that in books because nobody can hate those characters. Number 13, I just have a lot of feelings. What do you do when a book gives you a bad case of the feels? So when a book makes me sad, makes me feel any sort of emotion, I like to cry while listening to soundtracks that emphasize my mood. So I'll find like movie soundtracks that are really sad or epic or intense and just listen to that and like let all of the waves of emotions hit me. It's fun. Is it a healthy mechanism? Not really sure about that, but it's fun. Number 14, nice wig, Janice. What's it made of? Your mom's chest hair? Which character's one-liners would you love to claim for your own? Maybe Ron Weasley in the book, not the movies, I guess, or Luna, either Ron or Luna. Although if this weren't a book tag and I was allowed to do movie characters, it would definitely be that one gal from Pitch Perfect that like talked really quietly and then was like, I hate my toilet, you know? I would love to steal her one-liners. That's book tags, so I'm choosing Ron and Luna for this. The final question is, boo you whore. Name a time a character's decisions have made you roll your eyes. The Lovebirds and Carrier of the Mark. I rolled my eyes so much with that book. You don't lick your girlfriend's hand when you have friends right there. You be careful of any romantic thing you do in front of other people, because other people don't necessarily want to see. So that book made me roll my eyes so much. Such a cringy romance. The book was good in terms of fantasy elements, but the romance, can't stand it. And that is all for this Mean Girls book tag. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. There will be a playlist linked down in the description below with all of my other book tags, so you can binge watch all of those if you want to watch more of these videos. I upload book related videos every Tuesday on my YouTube channel, so stick around for more videos like this one, and I will see all of you in my next video. Goodbye!